Hi everyone. This should be a short video. I just want to walk you through the two questions for this progress assignment. This is again early on in the research process. Just really want you to keep thinking about this and keep narrowing your ideas a little bit. So I'm going to walk you through that and give you a quick preview of political science complete, our database in the libraries. But we'll also have the librarian come and talk about that. But just want to give you that sense that you need to go that direction soon. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about the assignment. Just have the assignment questions in here and walk you through those questions, those two questions, and talk a little bit about political science complete. So for this assignment, I want you to continue to develop a topic for your research. So to do so, I want you to complete these two tasks. And remember, you should be doing this as a process, again, not just when these assignments are due. And I will talk about this in class as well, that you can work ahead to kind of work on this, watch this video before the date that we assign for you in class. So work ahead a little bit to be ready for it when you get to it. And I'll talk more about this in class. But just a reminder, this is a process, so you want to always, after you get done with one step, you want to look at the next step and see what do I need to do to get to the next step, right? So the first part of this assignment is write a paragraph talking about how much you have narrowed your idea since the first research assignment. So take a look at your first assignment. Say, and on your answer here, say, the first assignment I said this. Since then, I look at some of the stuff they talk about in class led me to think about this. So then you discuss what is the topic, the issue, the puzzle, and the cases that you're hoping to study and why, right? So again, the idea is that slowly you're narrowing the focus a little bit, so you can continue to move to a place where you're engaging in the scholar conversation, right? The next thing is provide a bibliographic citation. Any format you prefer, just make sure the format is correct and consistent across citations of 3 scholar sources, ideally found on Political Science Complete. So that's in the sources that you think will help in your research process, right? So you don't necessarily have to read the sources. Of course, it'll be great if you do read the sources and start kind of like building up some knowledge and take some notes from the sources, for example, right? But the idea here is that you found 3 sources before class. So in class, we can talk about these sources a little bit, right? And I'll talk in the next slide about a little bit about Political Science Complete and why that's important in that sense, right? So and make sure to come into class to talk with other students about your answers to the questions, and make sure to have at least read the abstracts to see, okay, I think these articles are kind of going on the same direction. Okay, so next slide I will talk a little bit about Political Science Complete. So really quick, want to show you where you get to Political Science Complete. And we're going to talk to the librarian. The librarian is going to walk you through more of this. But I want you to just have a general understanding of where to at least start with the Political Science Complete database. And Political Science Complete is a good starting point because it's going to focus on political science sources that we have access to here at CSBSJU. So, so start with that, especially for this first assignment, because you're just looking for abstracts, and find a few sources that relate to kind of what you were thinking about working on. So first thing, you type, CSBSU library. So you get to the libraries. The website looks like this. You want to click on databases A through Z. And I push buttons here and then nothing happened, but now it happened. So I don't want to re-record this. I'm just going to keep going. So when you get to database A through Z, click on P, and then on P you're going to be able to see Political Science Complete right there. And then this is what it's going to look like, right? So you can search for keywords, a country or a concept and an idea, right? And this is a good starting point for you. Again, we're going to talk more about this later on, but the general idea here is this: like, you want to start with this because Political Science Complete is going to focus on political science sources. Eventually, you can bring sources that are not political science, but I do want you to really kind of focus your attention on political science sources and specific journal articles. We're going to talk about. I can talk about books later on too. I'm going to talk about it in class for sure, and talk about as the process keeps going. But I really want you to focus on research articles, academic journal articles, and this is the best place to start, right? And again, so after you get used to this, then you can expand your search to other things as well. So just to recap this short video, work on this assignment. The goal of this assignment is for you to start narrowing your research focus. To remember that this is a process, you want to keep this in mind as we keep reading other things in class, things that may relate or not to what you're talking about. Keep those things in mind because they can come in and help you later, right? And I also want you to build a strong political science foundation. That's what we're going to start with this discussion from the Political Science Complete database that we have access. And then we're going to bring the librarian to class so she can talk more about other possible sources that you can use in your research. All right, okay, I'll see you all in class.